So why am I, the whitest person you don't know, reviewing an indie film from Hong Kong? Well, I knew I wanted to make a movie review, but I didn't know what it would be about. So as I was browsing Netflix, I realized that with my subpar appraisal skills, there would be absolutely 0 point in discussing a blockbuster.
I watched Spider-Man. I liked when he spidered.
At least with an indie film, I'll be the only person who says that. Albeit no one will watch the video, but that would be the case either way. The indie section it is. There I saw the thumbnail for this one and the first bell rang. Clicked on it, read Retired Assassin to trigger the second one. Yup, this is the one. I knew that both of these preconceived notions were 100% false, but call me delusional the way I am. What was my point? Anyway, that's why I'm doing this. So, was it any good? Yeah, I liked it. Low 7 out of 10 probably. Time is about 3 retired assassins killing people and dealing with loneliness. The main guy struggles with feeling like time has left him behind both socially and technologically. He gets back into the groove once the assassin group start with their assisted suicide business, but is still very lonely. Until he meets a young girl who used the service. The next main character is an older woman who has her family fall apart because her daughter-in-law wants to move up in the world while she wants things to stay as they are, working at a dingy bar with her son. The last main guy has a parasocial relationship with a prostitute. He is lonely too, I guess. Oh yeah, he also has a lot of health issues. These 3 subplots run kinda separately throughout the entire film. Very rarely is there an overlap. This made the movie feel more open. If a character from the A plot had interacted with one from the B plot, the film would feel more boxed in. However, the plots were not created equally. Their enjoyability is ranked by their importance and the order I gave the premises. The parasocial and the plotline was just kinda weird and pathetic to watch. Yeah, it ties back into the overarching themes of loneliness, but at the same time, I don't wanna watch this, man. She did not want you, lil bro. She even told him, try to find someone your own age, and he didn't even try. It also leads nowhere and is kinda all over the place. The old lady one was a lot better, but also very depressing. A whole lot arguing. But of course the found family on the table would be the best one. Lonely bitter old man opens up because of bubbly wait, isn't this just up? Not gonna think about that too hard. If you're fond of this trope, like most people should be, this is some good stuff. Their dynamic is really fun and it's nice seeing how they impact each other's lives. You know, the usual affair. What ties these 3 stories together are the themes. Namely, economic inequality, loneliness among the elderly, and, well, time. The main guy loses his job at the beginning, being replaced by a robot who can do his job better. Time left him behind in that regard. He also lives in solitude in what I wouldn't describe as luxury. The old woman's plot is focused on how her grandson should get to live a better life, leaving her behind in the process. The porn addict is just that because of his crippling loneliness. He also has a long list of health issues that, due to his economic status, can't be helped. As he himself says, we can only buy time with money. The 2 targets other than the girl also tie into these points. The one that inspires the assisted suicide business is a woman who's terminally ill with no money. Death is better than debt. The other one is an old man who, even though he's well off financially, is still lonely after his wife died. His kids never visit him and he has no one to talk to, so he chooses death instead. Overall, it's very critical against capitalism, which is a-okay by me. Pop off, king, as they say. To shift topics, how does the movie fare audio and visual wise? Time is a lot more colorful than can be expected from a film with the description I've given so far. There are some fun shots, but it's mostly just pretty good. With the exception of the fight scenes. There, they turn the grill all the way up. The opening sequence is the only time we see the group in their prime, and it's really fun. The filters, the one repeated hit sound effect, the banana peel, it all creates a very comic booky feeling that's probably just a romanticized version of what actually happened. It's just how they remember it. The fights in the present day don't have any of these stylistic choices. The main guy is too depressed and kinda stuck in the past, which is why these fights are more realistic. That's until he starts caring again, Then the effects kick back in, not to the same extent, but partially. Another way this can be read is that because these people are past their best years, they can't output to the same extent. Only glimmers still shine through. Like the radio he listened to said, "Surely all of us have wandered down memory lane in the dead silence of the night. But yet, we must move forward. Why don't we focus on the future instead?" I can't really comment on the acting in the movie, I don't speak a lick of Cantonese, so the line delivery could be very strange. From what I can tell, everyone, with the exception of the kid of course, did a good job. No one was bad enough of an actor to cross that language barrier. Okay, I'm on a roll, I haven't begun complaining yet. Shit, it's a nitpick o'clock. Time is a very subtle movie. Not to be all like, I only watch foreign indie films. But Hollywood movies can be way too obvious in everything they do. So I like that I actually had to think here. The main guy is a grumpy old man. Of course he wouldn't tell another soul his problems. We learn who he is through his actions and reactions. Show not tell, baby. Though at times I feel like it pushes its luck a bit too far. I won't spoil anything, but during the climax, it was unclear to me where everyone was headed until they actually were there. It also felt like I needed one more conversation between the two characters who picked that location. Almost like there was a cut scene or something. My other real complaint is that the movie can feel a bit padded at times. Mainly the songs that the lady sings. Yeah, at times they're important character moments, but there's quite a few of them, and I don't know if all of them were needed. Maybe they were and I just couldn't tell because they weren't subtitled. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this is technically a comedy too. It's not really a focus here, but there are some funny moments. The opening is for sure the biggest, but there's also the time the main guy refused to kill a guy, so he turned him bald instead. Truly a fate worse than death. But that was Time, a pretty solid movie if I say so myself. A fun, depressing, character-based drama with its societal critiques. What more could you want? If an indie film from Hong Kong could make me, a white 18-year-old, care about some geezers who aren't the best people, I think it did a good job. Like I said, a 7 out of 10. Watch it or something, if you want. For this one, I let you choose. Do you want to subscribe? Or do you want to like? Just remember, I'll know what you picked.